Hi everyone! So today I thought I would go back to the basics. I have some leftover paints that I'm going to use, and I'm just going for a flip cup. And for that, I mixed zinc white here in this cup, and I have more zinc white than I have colors. But I'm interested to see, because the zinc white is so transparent, how much white will come through. I also mixed my paints the usual way. So basically for the fluid acrylic, the yellow, this one, is 30% paint to 70% medium and 15% water. The high flow acrylics, the two fluorescent one, the blue and the orange, is 1 part ink to 10 part medium and a splash of water, like 5%. And for the heavy body acrylic, the violet, Quinacridone violet, is 50-50 paint medium and then 25% water. Note that all the colors I'm using have very light pigment density. The fluorescent paints are tinted pigments. That means they're not super light fast, but with a good coat of varnish and all that stuff, they can last for years and still be beautiful. And the density of these pigment... Hey, oh, psst, cat! Stop! Yeah, I have a cat that managed to come upstairs. And yeah, the yellow and violet are both organic pigments, and organic pigments tend to have a lower density. And organic pigments are made from organic matters, sometimes transformed or such. And while inorganic pigments are often made from earths, rocks, or other metals, and are much more dense, like the zinc white. The zinc white is made from zinc oxide and has a density of 5 grams per centimeter cube, while these are about, just a little over 1 gram per centimeter cube. So the difference in density will make it so the white will sink into the light colors and the colors will float up and maybe create some cells. So hopefully that's what will happen, and if not, we'll see. I'll zoom you in and get started with that. Alright, so I have my cup of white here. It's the cup where I mix my paints, and I'm going to use it for my flip cup. And so I'm going to pour my most dense color after the white, which is the Quinacridone violet. After that, it's the fluorescent paints. Both have the same density. I'm going to put the blue first, because if it mixes with the purple, it's going to be a really pretty orange. Just a little bit. And diarrhea yellow. Flip it. And lift. And here we go. I will give you a time lapse so you can see the painting change as it does and the cells appear. Meanwhile, I will cover the sides and pop the bubbles. Alright, so it's still changing a little bit, just not as much, and I have to say that I quite like this result, and I got a lot of cells. Like, I really did not expect that at all. Um, well, I did expect some cells, just not covered with all. Like, my canvas is covered with cells pretty much. Just this area here doesn't have, but there's lacing, and here it's just like lacing and just one big old cell, long one. Uh, love this part here. Really lovely. Love the lines here. And I think that the colors really arrange themselves well. Like I have yellow with a little bit of orange here. The purple in the yellow contrasts really nicely. And then I have the blue and purple on that side with a little orange here to contrast. And it's perfect. Now, I really got a lot of cells because I used a lot of zinc white compared to the colors. It's what I think. I used more zinc white than actual colors, and that really, I think, helped me have a lot of cells like that. The zinc white being so dense, it really wanted to sink into the other colors, and it sank and pushed them up in a cell-like pattern. As you can see, there's not a lot of white in this painting, a little bit on the top here, but I put more zinc white than colors. The zinc white, where is it? It's under. It sank, so it's all under the color. If I was to take my finger and pass it through the painting, which I won't because I like this painting, but we would see white paint under. And I often see, like in the Facebook groups or the group where we share our arts, misconception about what creates the cells. In this case, it's really the difference in the densities. Think of it a little bit like water and oil. Water has a density of 1 gram per centimeter cube, and oil less. It's, I think, 0.7. And oil also has a different viscosity, and it doesn't mix with water. It will float up. That's what happens when you use silicone oil or treadmill lubricant and dimethicone, all that stuff. And the truth is you don't really need that. The paints can do it by themselves. I mix my paints with different consistencies. Like the colors have water in them. They are more liquid than the white, and the white is more viscous, more just, well, we can see it here. A little hair just fell in the painting and it uncovered the white under there. A little hair or dust, I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah. I don't remember where I was, but yeah. The difference in, yeah, you can do it only with paint. You don't need the silicone. You just have to get to know the pigments that are used in the paint you are using. When you know these pigments, you can research and see if that pigment is organic or not. And Golden Acrylics also has a list of all the pigment densities they use in their paints, so that could be helpful. If you want to see that list, you can just Google it, or I have it in my Facebook group, and the link to that is in the video description. So if you want to check that out, please do. Join our group, share your art with us, and I would be happy to see that. So yeah, lovely painting, pretty happy with it, really like the colors, the lines. I hope it doesn't move too much, but I think we'll be fine. And we're back, and another cat managed to find its way up this little ladder here. Like, we're only missing one now. The thing is, they found their way up, now they can't figure out how to go down. Because it's a kind of a ladder, so they can't. Anyway, to the painting at hand. Really lovely painting. It's moving a little bit here, I see it, it's going that way, but should be fine. Hopefully it dries without too much of a fuss. I really like that part, so I want to keep it as intact as possible. Anyway, so in conclusion, today we experimented with the pigment density, explained a little bit about that. Lighter pigments will tend to float, while heavier pigments will want to sink. Mix the paint with the heavier pigment without water, because it will help its viscosity. It will help not to mix too much with the paint. And mix the colors you want to sell up with water. Water has a lighter density than paint, and so it helps them to sell up, and it also modifies a little bit the viscosity to help them sell up, while the white is the viscous and heavy and will sink into them. Other colors have a heavy pigment density, like cobalt blue, cobalt turquoise. Yeah, sorry, cats are a bit... And yeah, cobalt blue, cobalt turquoise, or any oxide like green oxide or chromiums. All these kind of colors will have heavy pigment density because they're made of earth, stones, or other inorganic materials. And yeah, so that will help your paintings. And my advice, I've never used silicone, but if you want to use it, put it in the paints with the lighter density to really make the oil, help it sell up. It's not going to mix with the paint, but it will go up and pop and create cells. But just try it with water, paint, and medium first, see how that works for you, and yeah. My cat just fell down the ladder. Oh god. Oh, she didn't want to wait for me to go down. Poor cat. I'm laughing, but I'll have to go see if she's okay. Oh. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day. Make sure to subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video.